Deep to the left, going way back, and that ball is gone! None other than Sam Milligan. It's a solo blast in the second.
That's Koenig over there at second. We can get the replay. Touches the bag, jump throw, off the one bounce, got him. And Mancini. There's Fitzpatrick, drives one. Flynn is moving back, and that gets over his head. Into third, stand-up triple. For his second round. There's 101-mile-an-hour exit velo.
Good afternoon and welcome. We are at the home of Arcadia University for today's College Dreamstream series powered by GameChanger. For BFA Sports, Doug Stasic and the entire BFA crew. We are here for workout session number 1. We got a group of lively 15-year-olds from 3 clubs, Baseball U Philadelphia, Baseball U POCONOS, and the New Jersey Savages. Arcadia pitching coach Jimmy Goulden giving the troops some instruction, and I'll give you a bit of a brief overview as we're going to get ready to start with the outfielders. So the outfielders will get 5 throws apiece. The first 3 throws will go to third. The last 2 will go to home. So we'll have a pocket radar in check, so everybody will have their top velo recorded per position. So from the outfielders, we'll go to the infielders. All of the infielders will be positioned over at shortstop, and all balls will end up going their way over to first. Same thing, we'll have the velo recorded, followed by first baseman. First baseman will have throws that will be going home, and they'll be going to second base and over to third. We'll then go to the catchers, where throws will be to third base and to second. And that will do it for the defensive part. We'll have a brief recess as we reset the cameras, we move the players around, and then all players will be swinging the bats. So they'll all get about 10 swings. They'll be hooked up on the Rapsodo, so you'll have side-by-side view of all the metrics that are going on. So those are the instructions that are being given right now by none other than Jimmy Goulden. So this weekend's contest coming off the heels of a very successful event that we had last weekend right here in Arcadia University. Happy to report we know of at least 4 gentlemen who found their next home as a result of the action, both with coaches that are here and with coaches that are home. Coaches will also be receiving all of the metrics and the video recap and highlights after the event is done in its entirety. So you're enjoying it today here on BFA Live Sports YouTube channel. But I would highly advise you starting tomorrow, so you might want to do that today at some point when you have a break, download the GameChanger app. Go to gc.com, your favorite iOS or Android device, and what you'll be able to do is see your team play in GameChanger. So all the live stream is going to be exclusively through GameChanger, and for premium members, they'll actually be able to download, highlight videos, reels, and more. You'll be able to watch archive footage. And more importantly, you'll be able to take your player's individual profile and send it to any coach that you desire. So they're going to do the fielding by teams. And starting things out first, it will be the outfielders. And everyone's going to go out into right field. So it'll be fielding each team by position. And at the end of the fielding at each position for each individual, you'll actually hear Delaware Valley University head coach Kyle Lindsay, who has a radar on the field. He'll come across voiceover to announce what the velocity that was recorded, the highest of the 5 throws. Hey, Coach Lindsay, can you hear us?
I gotcha.
All right. Coach Lindsay ready to go with the outfielders. Starting out is Baseball U Philly's number 5, John Tomshow out of Upper Marion.
Number 5.
Kyle, make sure they show their back.
Good to go. You got the side-by-side? There we go. And there is the side-by-side view of John Tomshow.
Number 5.
Both front and rear view.
Baseball U Philly, number 5.
And here's your virtual front row seat.
Let it go.
Going to let the first one go. Jimmy Gould's got the fungo machine rocking today. That'll help keep the balls consistent once he gets them calibrated, as we'll call it. But a nice throw here from Tomshow to get things started.
73.
We're going to give him a couple more here as he was calibrating the machine, but a nice job by Tomshow.
79.
Hey, Kyle, just give us the top one. Good shoot by Tomshow as he heads home, keeps that throw low.
Last one.
And giving him one more. So Tomshow getting the benefit that they had to calibrate the machine. Most players are going to get 5. It would be 3 to third and 2 to home.
Was the top one.
So you heard it there by
Baseball U Philly.
Coach Lindsay.
Number 12.
Coming up next is number 12 for Baseball U Philly. And that's Evan Hawks, 2025 out of Pennsbury with a 4.7 GPA. Good alignment and good shuffle step there. And again, Hawks showing some good pop right out of the hand. Ball is flying with ease for this 2025. Good hose to home. Another good decision there, so he's able to showcase the footwork and
75 miles an hour.
the accuracy.
Number 33.
Number 33.
And number 33 for Baseball U Philly. Is Ben Seidler, also out of Pennsbury, 4.37 GPA. High academics, and I'm seeing UPenn is in the house, so they got to love that. pretty good mixture of schools here today. I just mentioned University of Pennsylvania, University of Delaware is supposed to be in the house. Youngstown State is actually joining remotely. Got Bloomsburg University down on the field. Felician University. Seidler continues to fire away. Good athletic build. For the sophomore.
74. This is number 37.
37, Wilmot.
Number 37 is Jason Wilmot out of Neshaminy. Wilmot. So I just asked for clarification from a parent, and in fact, there's two groups. There's a 1:30 session and then a 4:30 session this afternoon, each featuring 3 teams. And Wilmot rocking the high socks with the high GPA, 4.05.
69.
44.
Number 44 is Mason Cruz out of Central Bucks East. Cruz a little 3/4 arm action. He fires over to third. Good scoop and shoot here by Cruz. And apologies for all
70
those,
miles an hour.
apologies for those notifications in the background, but quite a few coaches saying hello via text, so we know they're watching. Number 72 is Joe Beitler out of Pennsbury. Class of 2025. All the Baseball U Philly players are in the 25 class, so I guess I could save myself the repetition there. Beitler with a good build. It says he's 5'11", but I think he's shortchanging himself. Good footwork.
77.
So now we move on to the Savages. And up first is number 11. Jack Pozo, the 2025 out of Bayonne. He's uncommitted, 3.7 GPA. The lefty showing off some fancy footwork and launching the ball home now. Another good look at Pozo. Good hesitation. Able to gather power legs underneath of him as he fires away. And he'll get one more as that's a roller onto the ground. And a good line drive throw right on the money.
73 miles.
Number 23 for the Savages
Antonio, 23.
is Antonio. That's Sandy Antonio at a Hudson Catholic. Listed at 6 foot. And he goes to work. Now they're going to have him fire home. Antonio showing off some range, is able to close on that, catch it in the air. Oh, the boss is here. Head coach Brian Torresani of Arcadia University in the house. Good to see you, Coach.
4 miles an hour.
What was that again?
So 84 miles an hour. Leader in the clubhouse for Antonio. Now it's number 38. It's Luis Pelica out of Bayonne, class of 2024. Pelica, good decision there. Doesn't want to overrun the ball. Man, he got into that throw. Right on the money. Number 45. Nick Clowens out of Lodi High School. Class of 2024. He's a junior. And he'll be the final player for the Savages before we move into the Baseball U POCONOS. Outfielders. And the outfielders wasting no time as I can hear the batting cage now getting fired up. Clowens now will finish out with a throw to home. So now for the Baseball U POCONOS crew, starting things off, be number 7. That's out of Pocono Mountain East. So number 7 is Calemo, class of 2025. 3.7 GPA. And he is reaching back and firing away. 6 foot, 160 pounds. And it'll bring up number 31. And that's Brandon Kozlanski at a Tuconic. sophomore, 6'1", 160 pounds. A lot of the schools out there in the central PA, Pocono Mountain area are very tough on the tongue. But Kozlanski looks comfortable out there. Does a nice job taking good angles, put himself in a good throwing line. .76 there, Kozlanski. Now it's number 44. And that's Jake Lewis out of Lehighton area. Is it? I think it's the Lehighton area. Can't be Lighton, can it? Could be. He's got a 4.0 GPA, so that's all that really matters. And some good work there by Lewis going through the baseball all in one motion as he catches it. That's one of the toughest things for a lot of these guys when trying to catch in a combine or a showcase environment. It's coming off of a fungo. You get so focused on catching the baseball, sometimes you forget to go through it, but he did a nice job in doing so right there. So number 99 and the final outfielder for this workout session, because everyone is performing by number, is number 99, Cole Henry, out of Pleasant Valley. Quite the arm for Henry. As he gets underneath of it. Henry with a nice job showing some patience, but again, good fundamentals.
71.
And that will round out the outfielders. We're going to head to the infield. Coming up next. Coaches are adjusting their angles, and we're adjusting our cameras. So there's a good look at some of the players waiting their turn. Those are some big first basemen over there. But we're headed to the infield next. Already college coaches comparing notes, which is what I like to see. The clipboards are out. Rosters are being updated. And we're going to try to get our shot behind the shortstop. Tell him to come closer to third. Again, it's a live stream, folks. You get to hear some of the production stuff going on behind the background, too. And the catchers, the all-important job of making sure we got enough baseballs to get this going, because we're not going to use the fungo machine there. Instead, they're going to trust Old Faithful, the 35-inch piece of wood. And just a friendly reminder, you'll want to take some time this afternoon, download the new green GameChanger app. There's still the classic version, which is the one that has the white baseball, but then there's the green one. Go to the green one. That's where all the games are going to be streamed tomorrow If your team's already on the green app prior to coming in the contest, no problem. You're going to go to that normal team page. But if your team has not gotten GameChanger yet, his age group and his position. And that number 1 is Ryan Weber out of Pennsbury with the 3.9 GPA. He stands at 6 foot tall. Coach Farrell and Coach Golden very high on this young man, and rightfully so. He looks the part as the shortstop. Hits the, gets the slow roller over to first. Number 17 is Matt Mullen out of LaSalle College Prep High School. 3.9 GPA. Good arm slot as he fires over to first. And slow roller by Mullen. Another accurate throw. 65. Number 22, Jack Sayer. 2025 player has done a nice job. Made a guest appearance last week with the 17s playing up. He comes in uncommitted with a 3.6 GPA. Some very soft hands. Makes it look easy. Number 47 is Aiden Kenny out of Pennsbury. And Kenny with a very short delivery. Kind of that sling effect, and there's some range. He's able to get to the baseball, make a good play. Always one of the toughest catches in Showcase, the forced backhand, but he did it remarkably well. And there's a nice job over there.
67.
Moving over to the Savages of New Jersey, starting with number 1. That's Leo Nunez. Nunez, second baseman. A lot of hop in his game, and thus far, the middle infielder looking silky smooth. Never hesitates here. Is Nunez. The scoop and shoot.
67.
And back to the double screen. As we move ahead to number 2, Jack Adesano, class of 2024 out of Bayonne. 3.5 GPA, 5 foot. As he fires across the first. Good backhand there by Adesano. Moving along, and the final infielder for the Savages is number 6, Kieran O'Connor out of St. Peter's Prep. Hey, Kyle, we need Nunez to go again.
Number 1, Savages.
Kyle, can you get number 1
Number
for the
1.
Savages again?
Number 1 from the Savages needs to go again.
Middle infield, you shouldn't be hitting. Savages is over there.
What was his name?
Alright, we're going POCONOS, number 1.
Nunez, number 1 for the Savages. We're moving ahead now to Dylan Keith, Baseball U Poconos. Keith, good hustle step to his glove side and good arm slot. Number 4 for the Poconos is Caden Ainer out of Lehighton area, 3.6. I guess I'm going to have to get some kind of confirmation on that one because I think I'm butchering the Lehighton area name. But Ainer doing a nice job. Stands at 5'10", goes to the backside. A good shot over to first. And he gets through the slow roller.
68.
Number 5. It's Rocco Del Giudice. Pocono Mountain East, class of 2025. I bet you that's Del Giudice. Luckily for me, he's doing such a nice job fielding the ball. You can call him whatever you want. Good shuffle and a shovel there over to first. As now he goes to the slow roller. Nice footwork by Rocco.
71.
Jaden Espinoza, Pocono Mountain West, the 3.7 GPA, listed as a third baseman. And we're going to go back to number 1 is Leo Nunez. So I want to make sure we got dual angles on him. So he gets a little bonus coverage here. Again, impressive with the footwork. They never move. He's got a great jab step. He's got a good delivery and a plus arm. Nice work there by Nunez. He continues to hustle everywhere he goes on the field. Smooth with the backhand.
71.
And I'll finish it off with a slow roller. So Leo Nunez out of Lodi High School. All right, so that'll do it for the infielders. And we'll readjust for the first baseman. Jimmy. Just wait on Charles. When Charles stops moving, we're good.
Okay.
Good to go. All right, first basemen are in position, and we're back with Carter Burton out of Pope John Paul. Should say uncommitted. That's fine, we're in. No, you're good, you're good, you're good. Jimmy, get the first baseman in the outfield farther.
66.
Back the other guys up.
The catchers?
The first baseman, whoever's not in, back them up farther.
Savages, number 24.
24 is Mike Cunningham out of Bayonne. 4.0 GPA, 6'3", 190 pounds. A big man. And a good slow roller and movement there.
66.
61.
Number 61. The POCONOS. Anthony Knight, class of 2025 out of Stroudsburg. Six foot, 210 pounds. And Anthony Knight.
63.
Finishes it at 63 miles an hour. Again, the live stream being recorded, as always. So you'll never miss a thing, even when the signal starts to go a little weak on you. But we're headed over to the catchers. And we'll have a chance to move the cameras around. So we might have to do a couple legitimate movements here. So we're going to step aside for just a second.
Catchers, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have the one guy up. I want the rest of the line over here. Okay, when you receive.
All right, we're back. Time for the catchers, starting off with Baseball U Philly.
Number 2.
It's number 2.
3 receive.
Come on, tighter. KJ Freeban out of Holy Ghost Prep. 4.1 GPA. And he's headed to third. And now he's headed down to 2. 2:17, best pop time.
63.
63. Number 7, Baseball U Philly. Anthony Curley out in Chamonix. The 4.3 GPA. He's going to third. So now, moving on, as Anthony Curley makes his way up to the first. Number 10 for Baseball U Philly. And that's Michael Kramer. Kramer now down to second base. And now number 5 for the Savages. Is Robert Kyrus at the North Arlington High School. The rising junior heads to third.
Five.
46.
Number 46 for the Savages is LJ Santiago at a Union City. Saw a little bit of Santiago with the 17U last week. Did a nice job playing up. He's back here today. And moving on to the POCONOS. Be a nice place to be this time of year, wouldn't it? Number 2 for the POCONOS, and that's Joe Napoli. Pocono Mountain East, the 3.5 GPA. Sophomore is uncommitted. Number 21 for the Poconos is Jake Ikavazi out of Old Forge.
Cover, go one. Inside, inside.
And Ikavazi.
66.
Let's get all the baseballs, all the buckets behind home plate.
So that'll do it for the defense. We're going to take a few minute break and we're going with the bats. So we got to get the metrics and the Rapsodo hooked up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes.
The L screen. Dog, right where I have that tape measure stuck down, that's for the front of the tank. Yeah, we're gonna need, but we're gonna have to put this the screen skirt on. Okay. That big skirt that's rolled. rounds of 5.
Tilts up a little bit. Right there. Oh,
That's way too small. I'm not gonna read that. Shit. And we are underway. As number 5 for Baseball U Philly is John Tomshow, 4.0 GPA. And a nice hard hit there by Tomshow, ending around at 90.5 on the velo. I'll bring up Evan Hawks, number 12. And each player going to get 5 hits times 2 rounds. So this whole group will go around, hit once, and that's a nice launch out to right center field. And then they'll come back around one more time.
Hopping in, hopping out, no walking. Everybody knows my rule.
And that brings up number 37 is Jason Wilmot. Now moving on to the Savages. Good pass of the ball there, hard line drive, left side for Sandy Antonio. Now climbing into the box. It's number 38, and that's Luis Pelica. Pelica getting the ball a good ride out to left center. A well hit ball into the left field gap. To end round number 1. And number 15, make that 45, is Nick Clowens. Clowns, short compact swing. Now digging in, start things off for Team Pocono is Riley Calamo. It's probably Calemo. I'm going to go with Calemo. Good loud stroke there from Calemo. Peppers one over to the left side. Number 31 will be Brandon Kozlanski. And a reminder, from a format standpoint, all the lefties will go as a group after the righties end up hitting. So a couple lefties on board a little later. He continues to go to work, try to push the ball to all fields. Again, not much movement there with the lower half, so good quiet swing. Now Jake Lewis, number 44. Lewis, another player, got a good stance, a little bit wider base, not much movement, but consistent approach. Cole Henry, number 99. Again, tip of the cap to Delaware Valley University head coach Kyle Lindsay, throwing BP to all the players today. Ball's barreled up nicely. And a good round by Henry. So we're going to move the cameras. They're going to shift to the left. So if you hadn't gotten your tickets to the Mount Carmel Festival to ride the Tilt-A-Whirl, you might have felt like you just were on one. As we swing the camera around, moving to the left. Luckily for me, I haven't eaten any funnel cake yet. Not so sure about all of you watching. That horizon good? As he strokes the first pitch. Good hard contact. And we got a number. I think it's number 31. 33. Is Ben Seidler. There's Seidler out of Pennsbury. Number 44, another lefty here for Baseball U Philly, and that's Mason Cruz. Cruz out of Central Bucks East. Good piece of hitting round number one there for Cruz. And jumping into the box is number 72, Joe Beitler. Beitler with an impressive 87 out of the jump from a velo standpoint. Stepping in for the Savages. Another lefty is number 11. And number 11 is Pozo. Jack Pozo. Or is it I think it is Pozo because there's only one Z. It would be Oz if it was 2. And we're going to flip on back to the righties for round number 2. So our cameraman, Nick Penza, wanted some screen time. So not many cameramen that can shoot themselves. But he managed to pull that off quite nicely. And ready to go for round 2. Starting off with number 5 for Baseball U Philly, and that's John Tomshow. Tomshow early on, I will share with you the leader in the clubhouse. Cranked out a 90.5 mile an hour hit off his bat in round number 1. Top out at 85.4 in round number 2. That'll be Ethan Hawks, number 12. Or, I'm sorry, Evan Hawks. I guess I was thinking of the actor. Hard hit ball at 86.5. That was a nice line drive out to the middle of the outfield. And it's number 37, Jason Wilmot. Wilmot, another compact swing. Now starting things off for the Savages in second round, Sandy Antonio. Antonio's got a really nice swing, goes all the way through the baseball. Very repetitive motion. Now climbing in for round number 2 is Luis Pelica, number 38. Pelica in round number 1 topped out at 88.3 on the velo. Consistent launch angle drives. He keeps it between 20 and 30. So that'll give way to number 45, and it's Nick Clowens. Clowens with a 77 mile an hour velo from the outfield. And again, today's event is a 15U variety. Last weekend we were here for the 17s. Nice job there by Clowns. Topping out at 85.5 in round number 2 as we move on to Team Pocono. It's number 7. Riley Calamo. That ball's fouled off and out of play. Going to get right back into it. Calamo topped out at 78.5 in round number 1. Moving right along is Brandon Kozlanski, a right-handed pitcher. He is a rising sophomore out of Tuckhannock. I want to thank the fan that returned the windsock on my headset that fell off. Might actually get you a hot dog later on for that nice gesture. And Jake Lewis, number 44 now, steps in. So Kozlanski, the last batter, topped out at 79.5. That's a good hardliner right back into the screen. Fouls the ball straight back. Coach Kyle Lindsay from Del Val, he's on the money with his BP throwing. I got to give him credit for that today. So nice work there by Lewis as he was able to up his game, 79 miles an hour on the velo in round number 2. Cole Henry, 2025 out of Pleasant Valley. Henry at 71 miles an hour from the outfield. And up his game just a little bit at 74.7 in round number 2. And we're going to shift around to the lefties again for group 1 in hitting. Still have 2 more groups to go in workout session number 1. All right, to the lefties again we go. It's number 33, Ben Seidler. Seidler reached 80 in round number 1. And that was a loud shot right back at the pitcher. And rightfully so. Repetitive line drives by Seidler. Good round here as he came back around. So 85. So still the leaderboard has John Tomshow of Baseball U Philly at 90.1. But right now, Baseball U Philly teammate Mason Cruz at a Central Bucks East digs in. Get the competitive juices going just a little bit. So he's putting some good wood on some balls here. So another good round there by Cruz, making some noise at 84.3. And rounding out the lefties for Baseball U Philly is Joe Beitler. Beitler, 87 in round 1 on the exit velo, 77 throwing velo from the outfield. And 25 makes him a rising sophomore. So a nice compact swing here for the lefty. But he finishes it. See that back all the way across those shoulder blades, which is a good sign of somebody who likes to get through the baseball. All right, so now we head to number 11 for the Savages. And this is Pozo. Jack Pozo. Pozo 73 from the outfield throwing, and it's about 76 hitting. Round 1. And they're going to call for a quick pickup here at Skip Wilson Field, home of Arcadia University Baseball. A unique scenario in its own right, as main campus for Arcadia. It's just about a 10-minute drive up the road. But Skip Wilson, the former home of the Temple Owls when they had a D1 baseball program, and still remnants of the Temple softball field over to the left. But what a great environment it is on the beautiful Ambler campus of Temple in Ambler, Pennsylvania. So they're going to move over to hitting group number 2. So most of these guys were the outfield in hitting group number 1. So now we'll pick it up with some of the infielders. And I'm going to go out on a limb and guess the first baseman and catchers will be combined in number 3. So Kyle Lindsay has recharged his arm. And we're going to go into hitting split screen, starting again with Baseball U Philly. And the first batter is number 1, and that's Ryan Weber. And there is Weber, 2025, uncommitted and top-ranked player in PBR lore. Moving right along, again, each player will have 2 rounds of 5 on their Rapsodo, and this is number 17, Matt Mullen out of LaSalle College Prep High, 3.9 GPA, the second baseman. So some good pop off the bat of Mullen. And that gives way to Jack Sayer out of St. Joe's Prep, number 22. That was Jack Sayer. And Aiden Kennedy, number 47. Good balance in his swing, slightly resting on the backside. Topped out at 83.6 that round. Now moving over to the Savages. Number 1, Leo Nunez. Nunez, an impressive round defensively. Now he gets a chance to show off that bat. And now it's number 2, Adesano. And that's Jack Adesano. The 2024 out of Bayonne. So the rising junior getting after it. And Adesano just getting loose. He'll be back for round number 2. So now moving on to Baseball U Poconos. Is number 1, and that's Dylan Keith. It's got to be the lead dog for future country music singer name. I know I'd buy his album. I don't know if the guy can sing. So Dylan Keith had a banger. And stepping in will be Caden Honor. Honor. Nice barrel to left. Again, has the framework of a future power hitter. Got a good wide base. Not a lot of movement on the lower half, which is good. Gets some nice barrel there. So he lifts at the left, finishing out at 83.6 is the high for the round. Number 5 is Rocco Del Giudice. It's really going to be a fun one calling the Pocono games tomorrow. I'm going to have to get some kind of Cliff Note version of the pronunciation, so any of the parents feel free to come over to the broadcast tent. Ooh, nice job going low, keeping the hands inside to go the other way with that one. He was rewarded with an 85 velo. Make that 86.5. So Rocco Del Giudice. Jaden Espinosa, Pocono Mountain West, 3.7 GPA. Nice round. As number 1 for Baseball U Philly in round number 2 is Ryan Weber. Weber, just a good looking frame. He shoots one out to left. That's a nice shot there. So 84-7, the velo high there for Weber. And again, this is group number 2, mainly your infielders. Going up group number 3 should be the first baseman and the catchers. So a good round there. As Mullen gives way to number 22. And that's Jack Sayer, St. Joe's Prep. Sayer getting through some baseballs here. So high of 80.2 for Sayer between his 2 rounds. And now Aiden Kennedy gives it a go. The middle infielder. What really has turned out to be a beautiful day here at Skip Wilson. That ball is lifted straight out to center field. It's Leo Nunez for the Savages. He goes to work. That's a hard hit ball at 87 miles an hour. Climbing the ladder, Nunez. Get out of your seat a little bit. Comes back with a 91.2 velo. So Nunez feeling it. And number 2 is Jack Adesano. They're going to grab a couple more baseballs. And I'm not sure there's any I guess there's no lefties in this group. It's first baseman and the catchers come running. Adesano gives everybody something to look at with that 81-mile-an-hour line drive to left. Another hard hit ball. Good round there. 82.7 is Dylan Keith from Team Pocono. Climbs in the box for his second round. You know, a lot of people, they're looking at their app, so a lot of information coming in at one time, especially on a practice round. But your velo's to your left, your spin rate is out to your right, launch angle is somewhat in the middle, and then the all-important green or red. So was it a hit or was it an out? And that last shot at 81.7 was indeed a base knock. Number 4 is Joe Napoli. I'm sorry, it is Caden Honor. That's a good hit ball to left field. Got a little pop and distance on it. So Honor showing a little bit of pull hitting tendency. Most of his baseballs have gone to the left side. And just as I say that, he goes to the right. So good for him. It's like, I'll show you that. I'm going to right. Number 5, Rocco Del Giudice. Starts out with a loud pop to right center. And now he's spraying the ball around the field as he goes to the left side. There's a nice hard line drive into the left center gap. So Del Giudice still with a 86.5 top velo as the last hitter for Team Pocono in group number 2 is Jaden Espinosa. Single through the left side at 84.5. And that'll do it for group number 2. So a quick pickup of the baseballs, and it'll give way to our final group of the combine for session number 1 in the hitting aspect. That'll be the first baseman and the catchers here from Skip Wilson Field. And group number 3, starting with KJ Fryban out of Holy Ghost Prep. Nice swing here by Fryban. .2. That's a nice solid swing. And that'll give way to number 7 for Baseball U Philly, and that's Anthony Curley. Curley, the catcher. 70 was the velo from behind the dish. Finishes a hit up the box for a base knock. And now it's number 10, Michael Kramer. Kramer would allowed 81.5 and got back-to-back hard balls that he's hitting here. Line drives aplenty. Gap-to-gap hitter here. So a nice opening round for Kramer. Number 99 is Carter Burton and a Pope John Paul. And again, all these players are going to get a second round here as we move on to Team Savages. And that's Robert Carries, number 5, out of North Arlington. He's doing a good job working both sides of the field. As number 6 for the Savages. You can tell that there's an order here. Uniform jersey order, that is. His number 6 is Kieran O'Connor. Connor, solid contact through the left side. And now he keeps working it up the middle. And the Savages continue to roll on. And number 24 is Mike Cunningham. Cunningham with a 4.0 GPA, 6'3", 190 pounds. Very solid 85.9 in the round. And now for the Savages, it's number 46, LJ Santiago. Good hard hit ball left side for Santiago. Striking the baseball consistently. Short compact swing. And again, this is workout session number 1. Session number 2 coming up on deck. As a matter of fact, they'll be one of the teams. So the on-deck Dogs will be here in session number 2. As number 2, Joe Napoli of Team POCONOS now gets after it. Session number 2 will be on-deck Dogs, Baseball U, Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and the Philly Bandits. Number 21 for Team Pocono is Jake Aikavazi. There's a liner to right center. Ends around with a nice base knock. And we're going to go with the lefty shift here at Skip Wilson Field. We're moving the camera around. So showing you the cover shot, and now we're going to start out with the lefty from the POCONOS. And it's number 16, Nolan Koza. Always an adventure in round number 1 in a showcase environment. And fairness to the kids, not used to having a camera. It's just about 7 feet right in front of them, recording every moment. So Koza, nice work to get things started, is Anthony Knight. Knight, the big first baseman. He's got a big build. It's a 6 foot, 210. Might want to break out the measuring stick. I'd give another inch on that. Always catches our attention when somebody steps in the box and you think you got to move the camera. So a good round by Knight. 89.7. And that'll do it for the lefties. So now it's round number 2 in the final hitting group of the first session of the showcase. And Baseball U Phillies, number 2. And we're good look at the Savages and the Baseball U Pocono crew taking it all in. And we're ready to go. Round number 2. It's KJ Fryban. Anthony Curley out at Chamonix. Steps right back into it. Some good healthy hacks as he gets through the baseball. Finishing that swing. Michael Kramer out of Ben Salem. He had a strong first round, topped out at 81.5 on the velo. Catcher 73 from behind the plate for a 15U. Very solid numbers for that young man. As he hammers one to right center. Bringing up number 99. Carter Burton putting a couple good passes on the baseball. He hits the liner out to center. And a strong 82.8. Round number 2. Headed over to the Savages. It's number 5. And that's Robert Cares. Probably give most of these kids about 3 different pronunciations of their name. Just try having a last name like Stasic and see some of the mail you get. Number 6 for the Savages is Kieran O'Connor. So strong round there. And number 24 is Mike Cunningham. Cunningham with an 86 velo, round number 1. Ball's jumping off his bat as it heads into left center. Skies that out to center. LJ Santiago will go for his second round of hitting here from Skip Wilson Field at the College Dreamstream Series. And that's a well hit ball. Left field going back in a nice 87.6. So a nice round there by the youngster LJ Santiago. Good for him. He got put in a unique position with coach as he showed up in a different uni than the rest of his teammates. So if you're going to stand out, that's the way to do it. The Poconos, Anthony Knight. Knight. Impressive 89.7 velo in round number 1. And number 21. Number 21 for Team Pocono is Jake Aikavazi. And that'll give way to number 16 as we're going to move to the lefties. So we're down to the last couple of lefties. Good pass at the ball by Nolan Koza. Koza, 79 miles an hour in round number 1. Put some good barrel on the ball here. And the last hitter of session number 1 is going to be number 61. And that's Anthony Knight. I've seen his nameplate for a little while. Knight. Good solid round here. Knight had topped out at 89.7. Let's see if he can end this one with a bit of a bang as well. All right, so that will do it for the first session here from Skip Wilson Field. The defense and all the metrics, along with all the hitting and all the metrics, are in the books here on BFA Live Sports. Looking forward to welcoming back both these teams tomorrow. But remember, broadcast tomorrow is going to be exclusively on GameChanger. So be sure to download the GameChanger app. Be sure it's the green version. If your team's already following, you are in business, and if not, just go ahead and search it for the Savages. It'll be 15U NJ Savages, and for Team Philly, it'll be 15U Baseball U Philly. And Team POCONOS already on GameChanger, but you're not going to want to miss it, so you can control all of your player highlights, highlight reels, screen recording, archive footage, and, of course, all the stats that every coach is yearning for. That'll do it here from Skip Wilson Field. Appreciate everybody tuning in for the college coaches. The second session coming up right around 4:30 right here on BFA. Have a great afternoon, and we're looking forward to calling the games here tomorrow on the College Dreamstream series from Ambler. On one. That ball goes deep to the left, going way back, and that ball is gone! None other than Sam Milligan. It's a solo blast in the second.
That's Koenig over there at second. We can get the replay. Touches the bag, jump throw, off the one, bounce, got him.
Hey, number 1, 2, 3, hey!
Mancini. And Maris Fitzpatrick drives one. Flynn is moving back, and that gets over his head. Into third, stand-up triple. His second round, there's 101 mile-an-hour exit below.